Hi, Debbie.
Terry, how are you?
I'm fine. That was a nice piece you wrote in the Wave.
Oh, thanks. It was Debbie Kaner Goldich last Friday saying, can you write it? Yeah, when does it due? Monday. And I was traveling, getting my daughter going to Pittsburgh and moving her. So it was dictated into my phone Friday as we were driving, and it was quite interesting.
You did a good job.
Thanks. How are
So
you?
I'm okay. Is your daughter with you now?
I'm not at this very second. I took her and her girlfriend to the mall.
Oh, I just meant she's staying with you for a little while.
Yeah, they take them to the airport on Monday, but unfortunately, when she was a senior in high school, she had a car accident and has left her with some PTSD. So she doesn't drive, which means that I have been their chauffeur all week, which has been fun because we've done, she was home for 6 months starting last March and then home for 9 weeks in December, but November, December, but we couldn't go do anything. We had to be at home. So we've been to museums and the zoo, but I'm tired and I've missed my friends.
We, our son from California came in. He wanted to come in early in April, and I was really worried about the spring break kids,
Yeah.
I didn't really want him traveling then. Then he tried for the week after, like second week of April, and I was still worried. Finally, he suggested April 22nd through May 3rd. I thought, okay, if he really wants to do this, he's vaccinated, as are we. So he flew in on the 22nd, and he cooked for us. It was really a big help.
Wow.
My husband also had surgery, back surgery. But when he made the arrangements, we didn't know about the surgery yet. Then Gary decided better have surgery while Scott would be here. So then what happened was that our daughter came in and overlapped him. She from California also. She overlapped him, and then he left. When he left, then she overlapped her other brother who's in Massachusetts. So he just took her to the airport.
I tell you,
she's actually flying to Alaska.
Wow.
So,
well,
we'll be here until next week.
It's just interesting. I'm much more laid back now about, my daughter had a really hard semester. It was a hard year with COVID. And just a really hard end to the semester. There was no spring break. So there was no break for these kids. So I said, all right, consider yourself on vacation. I took them everywhere. We paid for everything. I'm just exhausted because there's absolutely very little planning. So they get up whenever they feel like getting up, and then it's, okay, we're going to go at, we have, and then you have to make reservations for everything. You can't just go to the zoo. You have to make a reservation.
They limit the number of people.
Yes.
Sure.
So, signing up for everything and making decisions. And, I, of course, have eaten breakfast and lunch. They're, by 2:00, they're just ready to start eating lunch. And teenagers. I can only say that for a few more months because she'll be twin. So, but still teenagers. I should say young adult.
I still call my son, who's going to be 21, but socially 5 years old, a child. Can't help it. He's socially 5. And he acts like a, typical 5-year-old. He has autism, so it makes sense. But still.
Well, it's been nice to have her
in Alaska.
My daughter's flying to Alaska today.
Does she live there?
She actually will be for a while.
Anchorage?
No, Homer.
Is that anywhere near Anchorage?
4.5 hours drive.
Oh, that's not close.
Wow. Do you have somebody in Anchorage?
My son works for UPS, and he flies to Asia out of Anchorage, like China and India and South Korea.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Cool. I guess if you like flying and you like cold and
I don't know. He's a pilot. It's his job. He
Oh,
also flies to Afghanistan and Iraq, so,
Oh, wow.
but
That's
that's not with
scary.
UPS, that's with the Air Force.
all
Well,
right.
it's better than being there or stationed there. I will see you ladies in a few minutes. I'm running behind today as
okay.
well on Friday morning, so.
All right, thank you. Well, it's good to be with you all. Like I was telling Terry, my daughter's home
Yay.
for the week, and it's wonderful having her here, but she doesn't drive, so I have been the chauffeur and, oh, Mom, is it a big deal? Can you just drop us off? And, oh, can you pick us up? So my time hasn't been my
Sorry.
own, but I love the hugs. And
Yeah.
How long is she home for?
just till Monday afternoon.
Ah,
And then we'll see her again in August, but she brought her girlfriend home. So there hasn't been a lot of time for just her and I. So, you have to learn to share.
Mm.
So, are you able to see the slideshow?
oh, that's pretty.
Oh, that was from a long time ago. We've learned all of this. Well,
Do
some of
you have a full list of everything we've done?
Yes, I can send that.
Would you please?
We did Orzarua last week, correct?
Yes.
Was I here?
So now we are up to Romamu.
And I
And by
have
the
the
way-
Slim Shalom this time. Now that I know the
Yay!
difference. I own both. I just didn't realize that the red copy was the Slim Shalom and the
That's just
one
what my
is-
shul calls
it's
it.
the fat one.
So I don't know about your shul. My shul starts at Romamu. Do your shuls start at the top?
I don't know.
I don't know. What page is Romo? I'm sorry.
I don't know in the Slim Shalom because I can't see anything. It's Friday night.
Is that after Orzarua? Oh, yes.
Yes.
Okay. I actually put all these things in a notebook loosely.
Let me see, Leah, if I can find it real quickly.
Yeah, I'm looking also.
I found it in my notebook.
I don't find with the Slim Shalom that it says, like
for
it says morning service, but doesn't say I don't have Shabbat. Like they have Havdalah.
It's in the back. Would be in the back if it's in here. Mincha for Shabbat, but I don't, is there Marif? This is all for Yom Tov.
Torah reading.
So it may not be in. It
It's
may,
on page 20 in this book.
page 20 in Lev Shalem, yeah, but she's got,
Yeah, I've got Slim Shalom. I got thick Shalom too, but
I know, I'm gonna look in Big Seam Shalom. We just I don't use it very much except occasionally.
it's supplementary.
Yeah, you can hear it cracking because it doesn't get used. It's probably not even mine, it's my son's for his bar mitzvah.
I actually thought of using my kids from when they got their Sidors at Chagat Sidor 3rd grade, and I made the covers for them because I needle pointed them. But then I ended up buying my own one, and then a friend of mine gave me 2 from the temple. Like, so I have quite.
Let me look and see if,
I'm trying to get my
Looks
big
like
one.
you're covered, Leah.
Yeah.
I know what page it is in the Lev Shalem. I'm not sure if I have Sim Shalom. Let me look. Romamu says it's on page 19, but I'm not sure which book that is. It's whatever one I downloaded
It's
from.
19.
You see it?
Yep.
All right,
Kabbalat Shabbat.
all
And it
right.
starts with Adonai Malach.
So Romamu
Okay, you
is,
have it right here.
so does anybody shul do the Moshe ve'Acharon ve'Chochanav? Or do you all start, if you do it with Romamu?
We start
Mm.
with Roman.
Not sure.
So that's what I figured we do. So does anybody want to start with Romamu and read it for us?
I'll start.
All right, Ruth, thank you.
Ramamu Adonai Eloheinu, v'histachavu lehar kad. Do those two run together? Kad.
You can
Okay.
say Kaddish show, but when you sing it, it doesn't come out that way.
Show. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu.
Beautiful reading. Would somebody else like to read it?
I'll read it.
Okay, Karen, thanks.
Sure. Romamu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lahar kadsho ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu.
Wow, beautiful. Would anybody else like to take a try? You don't have to, I'm just making an offer. Does anybody know a tune for Romamu?
Ramamu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtakavu, like that.
Yishtachavu lecha kadosh ki kadosh. Well, I have a couple of tunes. We do a couple of them.
We
Romamu
do.
was also done at the Torah service.
Right, Romamu, Romamu,
Adonai
Eloheinu,
V'yishtachavu
V'yishtachavu, Lechar Kadsho,
Ki
Kadoshu. I think there's more in that one. Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. I think there's a few words after Kadsho.
Yeah.
Raglav Hu, I think. Anybody else have a different tune? I don't know if our cantor wrote it or not, but we have one that Romamu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lachar kadsho ki kadosh Adonai ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romamu Adonai Eloheinu, and then it goes, it's a whole bunch of yada dies that are really high and really low, but it's pretty.
Very
So
pretty.
I don't know if he wrote it or not. So that's Romamu. It's nice that instead of just Romamu Adonai Eloheinu v'yishtachav, just running through it, to actually sing something, which is nice.
Mm.
Last call for anybody who wants to read Romamu. Okay. And here's what Romamu means. So would someone like to read? We can read the whole thing in English, even though we didn't read the whole thing in Hebrew.
Sure. Moses and Aaron among God's priests, and Samuel among those who called upon the divine name, called to you, and you answered them. You spoke to them from amidst the cloud. They kept your covenant and the law you gave them. You answered them, Adonai our God, you are a forgiving God to them, even as you punish them for their transgressions. Exalt Adonai our God and bow down at God's holy mountain, for Adonai our God is holy.
Thank you. It's very pretty.
It's pretty.
Before we move on, I just have to ask, Karen Weiner, how was the Aliyah? Did you have it already?
Oh, yeah, I did. But I mean, I've done it before, so it was fine. And the thing is that because they've opened the synagogue, but you're not allowed to go up on the bima. So I was able to just read it from from the Siddur. And so it was, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. You just stand at your spot and you stand up
Right.
and say it.
Yeah.
Less pressure that way.
We actually
Yeah,
have
definitely.
booths that you go into. Like we have the one Torah is on the bima. Then we have two Torahs, one on each side of the bima in a booth. And then we have another booth for whoever's coming up to say the brachot.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then of course the chazan and the rabbi, there's two rabbis, so they got actually each of them now have their own podium instead of sharing one, and they each have their own booth.
Interesting.
Must be a large synagogue.
It depends. During the Shabbat week, not so much. Or during the Shabbat, regular Shabbat, on the high holidays, it's huge. It's about 5,000 families.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Oh,
4,000.
my.
And
Wow.
we're celebrating our 100th anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
neat.
Very exciting. Well,
Yeah.
Karen, I'm glad it went well, even if you stood at your seat.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so they are only inviting those who are vaccinated to come in person. So I feel very safe, and they have it all spread out and they have your name. You have to, of course, sign up. So they have your name on the back of the chair that you are supposed to be sitting in. So,
Oh, so it's socially distancing.
yep, socially distant. And I mean, we're a small shul anyway. And there were only, someone told me 36 people last Shabbat, and I'll see tomorrow but since it became live streamed and not Zoom, there's no interaction and
Right.
it just wasn't doing it. I tried it once and I was like, okay, I'm vaccinated. I'm just going to go. It's not the same,
Well,
but
my husband, I'm sorry, go ahead, Ruth.
Bat mitzvahs?
I'm sorry.
Did your synagogue have bar and bat mitzvahs?
They have, but in past months, they only had the immediate family, and then you could watch on Zoom when they were doing it on Zoom. But I don't know going forward. I'm sure there's bar bat mitzvah coming up, but I'm not sure what they're doing.
We had one last weekend and the immediate family was in the sanctuary with the Torah and everybody else was on Zoom at home. But we open the 15th is the first time that, well, I should take that back. Next Thursday's morning minyan in person for the first time. And
Nice.
my husband's been on this planning committee. And so we talked about, hey, do we have, are you going to say people have to be vaccinated? And the last I heard was that's not very warm and welcoming. And now what they're saying is when they sign up, they have to agree that they are vaccinated. You're not going to be asked, are you vaccinated at the door, but there will be a big sign and you have to agree, but they're not going to check your vaccine card, but the expectation is there, but people can do what they want. Welcome, Susan.
Hello, everyone.
Hi,
Sorry I'm
Susan.
late.
Oh, hi.
We've been having bar and bat mitzvahs all along, and some are on Zoom, some are just the family. And now that we're more opened up, we can have more people because we've got a very large shul. The family can decide if they want non-guest members or non-family members to be in the sanctuary while there's a service going on. So a lot of the lay people were like, you know what, we'll just have one in the social hall. So we'll have two services going on.
Mm.
If there's, and it's all up to the bar mitzvah family plus Zoom. I happen to like the Zoom because every morning I've been saying Kaddish for my sister. And for me to get up and get dressed and take a special bus to the synagogue, since I don't drive, I would have to be there almost an hour early waiting for everybody. And then I'd be there, late waiting for the bus. That it's crazy.
Well,
For
I know
me,
this, this
Zoom
is
is
an issue.
easier.
Yeah,
You know-
we're doing a hybrid still. Zoom is still available for everybody that wants it. We're doing up to 50 people in the sanctuary, but I understand that's going up soon. But I was there last Saturday, and let me tell you, it was wonderful. And there were only, I tried to count, I counted like 31 people. And everybody has an assigned seat, people at the door. I'm actually checking people in at the door tomorrow. You have your temperature checked. They check the registration list. And there's a whole process to go through if somebody didn't register, but they're members. So it's, we're doing it carefully and slowly. And
Well, it's so nice.
Vaccinated, Susan?
you don't have to be vaccinated, but I think everybody that was in there that week was vaccinated.
Yeah, most of the people actually got, as far as I know, are, and we have a full house. Every seat was RSVP'd already. Does anyone of y'all know about how to get into Israel now? They keep changing the requiremements.
Last I heard, somebody from our Makom Biyahad is going. You had to have like, Susan, wasn't the person going like her daughter was having a baby, and that's how.
Yeah,
Oh,
it has
that
to
was
be a pretty
Debbie.
significant reason. Yeah.
The
That was
last thing I
Debbie
heard was it was
Ford.
a first degree. You only had to be related by the first degree.
I don't know. Well, it's so nice to hear that people are back. And then you can sing and read from your Siddur.
It was.
Um,
It was really well. I was reading from my Siddur over Zoom anyway, but yeah.
So
Yeah.
do you all sing the beginning part of Sadiq Katamar, or do you usually start with Sadiq Katamar?
We just start with the Sadiq Kadam. We do the rest of that prayer in English, actually.
We do
Interesting.
both.
You do both?
We do
Okay.
both. Yeah.
Anybody else?
I'm not familiar with that. I'm not familiar with
I'll
that.
be right back. I got to write a note to
All right.
my daughter's school. I'll be right back.
So how about if since most of us are familiar with the bottom part where it starts with Sadiq Katamar. Karen, you may know it as Sadiq Katamar Yifra.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Some of you might know the
I love that
dance
tune.
Sadiq Katamar Yifra,
Yifra,
Yifra. So
Sadiq
lots of different tunes.
Yifra.
So would someone like to start us off reading Sadiq Katamar?
I'll do it.
Thank you, Holly.
Sadiq Katamar Yifra Ke'eret. Is that the tet sound?
That's
Ke'eret.
nine. Z, z.
Eretz Bava known Yisget
Yep.
Shehu Lim
Say that second letter again.
Shatu
There you go.
Lim Bavet Adonai Bachas wrote Eloheinu Yaf Rihu.
Good job.
Anybody else want to do it?
Somebody want to jump in? Look, they're just gathering in a stampede to read.
That means you have to keep going.
I'd love to read, but like I said, I got to quickly send out
Not a
an email
problem.
to her teacher.
Holly, do you want to
Of
keep
course I
going?
would.
Ode your new phone would say va. Just say neem, the shay, neem. Vara na neem. You. Lachagit ki yasha Adonai. Suri velo anlata.
Check out that second letter.
Is that a nun?
Vav. Vav.
Of lata ko.
That's a bet.
Elizabeth Bo.
Good job. So here you are reading along, and I'm looking at the third line from the bottom. And I've always read that second word, vara'anim, but it's vera'ananim. Never even saw that before. It's just what I heard, and I'm in the band, but I was never paying attention. Vera'ananim. I think I was reading it vera'anayim. So every day, something new. Would anybody else like to take a chance reading? Go through it again. What?
Beginning. Oh, starting at the beginning.
Of Sadiq Katamar, yeah.
Susan, were you getting ready to go?
Susan, she wants to know if you were ready. Did you want to read it?
Me?
Yeah, Ruth was asking. She thought maybe you were volunteering.
Oh, no, no.
Oh, okay.
I'll wait. I'll do it next time.
Okay. Sadiq
I'll do it.
Katamar Yifra Ki Rates.
Ke'eretz. It's like a lazy Z. Ke'erez.
That means land. Ke'eretz.
It's air. I'm not sure. Eretz is land. I'm not sure with the Zayin here if that's the same. We'll find
Okay.
out.
Baal Kanon.
That's a vet in the middle.
Baal
Balvanon.
Huh?
Balvanon.
Baal
That's a vet.
Yiske.
He's gay. Good.
Sat Sa Sha Tolim Ba Kate
That's a vav, a vet again.
Vayate
Bevate.
Bavate Adonai Bachazarot Eloheinu Yaf Raf Yaf Ra Yehu
Yaf-rihu.
Yaf Rihu.
Nice.
Somebody else needs to read, I think.
Good job, Ruth. Anybody want to pick up?
I'll pick up.
Okay, Karen. Great. Thanks.
Ode Yenuvun Basiva Baseva
The seva. Good.
Baseva. It's A or A?
The
It's
seva. The two dots under the sin are say.
okay. The Shanim Bera'ananim Yehu. Right? Yehu?
There's a second yud in there.
Yehu.
Good job.
Le Hagid Ki Yashar Adonai Tsuri Velo Avlata Bo.
Beautiful. I just keep thinking back to like the first week or two, how much more confident you guys all are, especially with these tough words that are multisyllabic that you're just processing through. It's fantastic. Does anybody else want to take a crack at it? No. Does anybody want to tell us what tune your shul does for Sadiq Katamar?
The one you started with before that you.
Yeah.
All right, shall we sing it together and see how we do?
You don't want us to put it on mute?
Whatever you want. Sadiq Katamar Yifrach Ke'es Ba'adam
It's too high. Elohim, Yah,
Free who sorry. Oh, Jenu, Deshe,
Adonai, Surim, Velo, Avlata, oh. That was in the
Very
rafters. Thank you.
Too high for me.
It was,
sorry.
I know I had to cut out. I was like, I can't reach there.
Yeah.
So some of you might know the other tune, but the dance tune, I'll take it lower. Sadi katamar ifra, ifra. Sadi katamar ifra. Sadi katamar ifra, ifra.
My daughter's going like this.
Sadi katamar ifra.
Keren Bave,
By the time you finish that one, you've said every word in that part 3 times.
Mhm.
Nice.
I still haven't found it in the book though.
Oh,
Oh, it's,
should be right after. What did we say? The first one was 14?
Oh, I'm up to 19. Hold on.
19. Well,
No, it's not 19. I was looking up to 19.
I don't know if it makes a difference, but in this book, it was 8 pages later.
All right. Well, the first one was on 18.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
on 18?
The first one.
Uh-huh.
Romamu was 19.
Okay.
Then Lachadodi.
That's weird because my 19 is English.
It's right after from the book of Psalms.
Well, I'm using the fat shalom.
Shalom.
The
Change
blue
order
shalom.
of the prayers.
I'm looking at after.
I'm in evening service Mariv.
So if I stop the share, I can tell you. Because I have them all written down. Sim Shalom Sadiq Katamar, which I don't think I have that one.
That's
That
because
was-
I use that book.
Yeah, I didn't write that one down. I apologize. So nice job. Let's see what we were saying in English. Can we have 2 people read responsively?
I will.
Okay, thanks, Ruth. Who would like to be the other one? Elaine, did you want to read the other?
Yeah, English is about my speed this morning.
Okay.
Although I did sing Tzadika too, because we sing it with a really nice harmony that our cantor wrote, of blessed memory. So, all right.
Do you want to start, Ruth?
Surely your enemies, Adonai, surely your enemies will perish. All who commit evil will be scattered.
As a wild bull rises raises up its horn. You raised my head high, anointed it with fresh oil.
As my enemies gather against me, my gaze remains steady, for my ears listen and hear.
The righteous flourish like the date palm, thrive like a cedar in Lebanon, planted in the house of Adonai. They flourish in our God's courtyards.
In old age, they remain fruitful, still fresh and bountiful, proclaiming, Adonai is upright, my rock in whom there is no flaw.
So somebody was asking about.
I asked about-
Keres, right, the
did.
second line.
Yeah,
It's not really land, but I'm not sure what the word for cedar is.
oh well.
I don't know, but that's not anything like I thought from singing it all those years that would be what it's about. But it's interesting, lots of fruit metaphors, fruit words. What I love about this is next time I read it, I'll be like, wait, that was the one about fruit. To give me some context, because I'm not a big Friday night shul person. We usually have people over for Shabbat dinner. So I usually only go when I'm singing in the band, and then I've got my band notebook and I don't have the Siddur. So this is nice to go through it. So the last one we're going to focus on is Vayahulu. Because this is one that I believe is right before Kiddush at my shul. And if I'm not paying attention, I'll go on and forget that we do a Magen Avot at the bottom, and I'm going on thinking that we're doing Baruch Atah. I don't know. I just keep going and going until my husband pokes me that I'm not paying attention. So I'm going to stop the share for a minute. Leah, do you know where it is, or should I look and see if I have this one?
I'm looking, sorry.
All right, let me see. And it switches back. It puts me back. I have them all listed under Dropbox, but half the time it'll flip me back to the very beginning of Dropbox, so I can't check.
Would you
Let's
tell us
see.
where it is in Lev Shalem too, please?
Yes, I don't have it for Vayahulu on Siddur Sim Shalom with
You talking about the slim one or the thick one?
Vayahulu on Lev Shalem is 53. I don't have it. I cut and pasted it for
Oh, this
Sim
is-
Shalom.
It's the repetition of the Amidah. Okay.
Yeah, I have Visham.
Ayahulu, isn't that right before Kiddush? You said
Yes.
it's the repetition of the Midah?
Right before
Yeah.
Kiddush in the Siddur, yeah.
But I'm looking to see where it is in Big Lev Shalom, because there's the morning service.
I have Kaddish Darabanan, but that's not it.
It's right before Kaddish Shalem in my Siddur.
I see Kaddish
Friday
Darabanan.
night for Shabbat.
Then it goes into the morning service.
Yeah, I hit the morning.
But technically, that's already Shabbat when we get to
Yeah,
that.
it is already Shabbat. It's not, wait,
Right. So I'm looking for Friday night.
not Kabbalat Shabbat. It's actually Shabbat. It's part of Mariv.
So here's the evening service. Evening service, Leah, starts at 200.
Right, would it be part of the observances in the home?
No. I'm looking for it.
Ayahulu Hashemayim, because I remember my father used to do that.
Yes, it might be there, but it's,
'Cause
I don't know if the
Kiddush
whole
for
thing is-
Shabbat.
It's
We-
gonna probably be on a Saturday morning, right? Because it follows the Amida.
No, but this is a Friday night poem or Friday night prayer. So Leah,
Friday night.
look in the 218 area. I'm looking too.
You're still in the thick one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I can see where it is in what we use on Friday night, the Lev Shalem, but I'm looking.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Give us a
Hashem
minute.
for water. Sorry, everyone. You can go ahead. I'll just figure it out. I'll find it, I guess, somehow.
Yeah, I'm at Aleinu already, so that means I've gone too far.
I'm going backwards and I'm at Simchas Torah. All right, let's see. All right, wait a second. Kiddush for Shabbat.
What page are you on?
Right before that.
This is 312.
312, but I think.
No, this is not it. It's blessing for a boy, blessing for a girl, blessing for both kids, woman of valor, shalom aleichem, preparation for the Shabbat.
What prayer's on the page before it?
Which one?
Lev
Of-
Shalem.
In Lev Shalem, the prayer before it
Oh.
is the Amidah. It's the end of the Amidah, the Friday night Amidah.
Yeah, so here's the Amidah.
And it's 6 pages later.
So there's Kaddish Shalem, and then I
Right.
go to Aleinu, and then
Oh,
more
there's-
Kaddish.
See, in the
Yeah, I don't know, Leah, where it is in the,
This is crazy.
Kaddish Shalem is after this, is the page
yeah, so
after.
this is missing prayers in between.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
we
know
do
where my,
Kaddish with Vishamru and the whole 9 yards. So the
right.
question is, why can't we find it?
Can you see it on the screen when I share?
It's hard because of the way that I'm tilted, and even if I bring the thing, it's not as easy.
Got it. I
It's-
don't wish I knew, but I.
That's part of the reason why I'm doing the book, because for me, it's actually easier.
In the future, I don't know if you have another device, you can get the free download from the Rabbinical Assembly
Mhm.
of the Siddur on a device and see them all that way.
Oh,
I can send you the link.
would you please?
Yeah,
That would be appreciated too.
okay.
Val.
Great, thanks, Debbie.
Now I found a Kaddish. Shachri for Shabbat, though. I don't, on 116.
Not part of Shachrit, though. It's part of Mariv, I think, only.
Yeah. No, this is the Amida. It's part
Let
of
me
the
check
Amida.
one
yeah.
more
Oh.
place.
Oh,
That's
okay.
sorry, that's part of the Amida. I didn't realize it. I should have called.
Let me check one more place. See, I took them all out of Lev Shalem, so I don't have it. I wish I did. I'm sorry, Leah.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, but I
Alright.
think it'd be a good idea to get the Lev Shalem, especially if you're going to do praying at home, Leah.
Yeah.
Then you can have it, if you have like a tablet or your phone, you can put all the prayers on there and still use your computer for Zoom.
That's a good idea.
Like the prayer book. I'm gonna
So
just,
what, to buy Lev Shalem, you mean?
You don't
Or,
need to buy it. You can
You don't
use the
need to
free
buy
download.
okay, because, and then I can keep up with the class and then have,
And it'll
That
show
makes
you what
sense.
page it's on too. That's the bigger issue. So
all right, so wait a minute, I got my tablet. I'm sorry, I'm taking up so much time. What am I looking for?
let me stop
Would
the
it be an
share.
app? Would it be,
Hold on a second. Where's my
I know, I'm
cursor?
sorry. I'm
No,
having-
my cursor is, my computer is being funny. It's not letting me stop. Where are you, Mr. Cursor?
You're sharing with us.
I
Debbie.
know, but now I can't find my cursor. It's
Oh, no.
sometimes my computer does the strangest things.
All of
Hello.
ours does.
It'll just get stuck sometimes.
Hmm.
And then you have to wait for it to decide to unstick itself. Hello. Wake up.
At the beginning of the pandemic, I downloaded a bunch of the Sidurs. Our shul gave us links, but I have the evening minyan Sidur, the Shabbat morning Sidur. and the weekday afternoon Siddur, but I don't have the one you actually need right now to tell you what page it's on.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine brought over the Siddur Sim Shalom for weekdays for Shabbat morning, and then I also have the Chumash.
Right.
You want to potty the pups?
We were lucky our rabbi was sharing a lot of screen sharing, doing a lot
Well,
of,
they share on screen, like on the Zoom. They do the share like Debbie's doing, but
hard for you to say it.
it's yeah, I mean it's easier for me to have my own book. It says page on Amazon. I just looked up via Hulu, Sim Shalom Sidor, page 47. So let's see, check 47. Although Amazon wants me to buy it. Oh, that's Amazon Music. Okay.
So my cursor is
47.
being
It's
very
not here.
weird.
Huh.
And I'm,
Yeah,
Sorry, my
you
son's
see
home.
that?
I can't like control my cursor.
That's strange. You may have to reboot your computer.
I know that's not really great for right now.
Oh, no, I know. I'm just saying in general. Sorry.
So let me go
Yeah.
on. I'm gonna join you guys via my phone. Actually, yeah, because I can't,
Okay.
if I quit this, you're all gonna go away.
Why don't you make me a host and then you can leave and come back?
I can't control my mouse.
Oh,
Do that. That's
Wow.
what's so
you
weird.
can't like stopping share. You can't do anything, huh?
Well, I'm,
Hit the escape key, Debbie. Did you try that?
do what?
Hit the escape key upper left.
Yeah, it's not
That's
doing
a good idea.
anything. I'm just trying the old fashioned rub the, it could be a battery issue, but this mouse is very new.
That doesn't mean anything because if you use the battery that it came with, those could be, yeah, I never
No,
use those because they can die real quick.
Yeah,
You can
it's
turn
not,
the mouse off
I
and
don't
turn it
think it's
on.
battery. Oh, wait. I saw something. No.
Did you try that, Debbie? Turn the mouse off and then on?
Yeah, that didn't help either.
Did you try clicking on both sides of the mouse?
I don't have that. I don't have sides. So there it's letting me highlight that. Okay, I was able to do that. Let me stop the share. Maybe. No, it won't let me stop the share. Very frustrating. Well,
Yeah.
since we've got it already up on the screen, can you see it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Not really.
Yeah.
It's small.
I have it
Very, very
printed out
small.
when you sent it to us anyway, so.
Oh, yeah.
If I could stop the share, I could. Ah, frustrating. Let me run and get another battery, see if that will help. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Computers, you can't do with them and you can't do without them these
Right,
days.
like men.
Yeah, exactly.
I
As mine
won't
starts
So I've
snoring.
done very
say
well without
anything
them
to
for a
that.
while.
I was able to download the Fat Sidor. I was like on my
Yeah, you still
tablet.
gotta Download the Lev Shalem though for.
Oh, that's
Shabbat
right. Yep.
and-
You're right. I forgot about that one. No, it just popped up as Sim Shalom. I was like, hey, that works. So I have that downloaded.
Yeah, Elaine, I didn't get a chance to ask my rabbi. We had that music program the other night. It's basically the history of Jewish music. Would that be something you'd be interested in?
Oh, very much.
Oh, me
Uh,
too.
let
Me
me-
too.
Let me ask him if we can open it to others because I know we're paying for it. I can get you the information. The woman's from JTS, so I'm sure she's available. She's
That would be great.
okay.
Okay, it's not finding Lev Shalom.
Okay, stopped the share.
Okay.
You did.
All right, let's try this again. Levshalom.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So Leah, if you go to, I'm gonna put this in the chat.
Okay.
You go to, for all of you, to that website.
Can you send that in an email? I can't,
Yes.
I
I
can't.
have a very old computer. Let's just put it that way. It's wonderful. I love it, but it's old and it needs replacing in the next year or so. They don't
So if-
support it anymore.
So if you copy that and you put it in your Finder, it will allow you to, you just have to sign up. Here, I'll show you. Let's try doing share screen again and hopefully not freeze up. So you say what you need. So Sidor Lev Shalom. So you want Sim Shalom and you want, that's already Shabbat. That's you don't want Shabbat afternoon, evening service, Kabbalat Shabbat. I'm guessing that's where we want to be.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'd appreciate if you just email it to me.
I will.
Things
So
on
when
it.
you submit,
Yeah.
you have to agree up here. And when you submit, then it gives you anything you could need. So Kabbalat Shabbat Part 2, let's try it. There's Lecha Dodi. Tov Lechodot. I'm looking, Mourner's Kaddish. So I think I picked the wrong one. So let's do Kabbalat Shabbat Part 1. Shalom Aleichem, Lechuna Ranana, Shiru Ladonai. Unfortunately, I don't know what page,
If page numbering is the same as the book, it should be page 53.
but that's Lev Shalem, right?
Right, right. Well, that's what she should really get for the class, right?
Right, so Leah, you can download it, whatever service we're on. You can use this link and download any book you want, any part of the book you want. So I'm looking for Sidor Sim Shalom, but I don't see it. I obviously it's here. I don't know. You said 53 in Lev Shalem?
Yes.
All right, let's see.
Should I do it as formed or the whole Siddur?
You have to pick which section you want.
Pick a section.
So it's evening, but see, in Lev Shalem, it doesn't say Mincha or Mariv, it just says evening service.
It's called Shabbat and Festival Evening Siddur Lev Shalem.
Right, I know, but the hard part is,
And that starts on page,
right,
let's see.
But
starts on
that-
In the rabbinical
page
assembly.
27. It starts with page 27. Wait, no, it starts with page 3.
what does?
The one that's called Shabbat and Festival Evening Siddur Lev Shalem.pdf.
Right. But I'm looking
You know what,
for,
the table of contents starts with page 3, but I remember when I didn't have my Siddur, it really didn't start until page something
well, I'm
else.
looking for where it is in Sim Shalom. We'll look at this
Oh.
last one.
Where's
So it should be right here, in here somewhere. Aleinu Kaddish Shalem.
Yes, it should be right in there, right before Eleno, maybe.
This is the Amidah,
Okay,
Right
so
after the Amidah.
right?
which
I
one
don't-
do I want? I have, it says Siddur Lev Shalom. Am I on? Festival Amida.
So you want,
Torah service for Festival Yizkor County, Shabbat morning and additional Shabbat Rosh
no,
Chodesh.
you want Shabbat, you want the evening service. But see, it's not listed the same here.
See, it says
Um,
Kabbalat Shabbat and Shabbat evening service.
That's it. That's the one.
Okay. Is there any other ones that I should download also for class or,
Not today.
well, you'll set you, Yeah.
And what page did you say it was on, Susan? 70,
53.
53?
Vaihulu is on 53.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
good. Okay, hold on.
So it's a really nice feature to have.
I like this. I don't know yet. It hasn't popped up.
All right, we'll go back to, we'll at least do the first few lines.
Debbie, how many classes did you say we had left?
We have, next week, so we have 4 more classes. How many of you, but so I'm not going to go ahead and start us today on Vaihulu. We'll pick that up next week. How many
Sorry,
of you
my
have
fault.
done Birkat before? Birkat Hamazon.
I have.
Okay.
I fumbled it.
So I'm working right now. We're deciding. My personal feeling is I've never led Birkat Hamazon. I have participated many, many, many times. I personally have never led it. I feel that it's a very lofty goal to teach it to you for you to lead it. What I feel is more appropriate is for you to be able to participate in it. So
Right.
that is my plan, but I'm figuring it out with the heads of the education arm. And I also love the idea of going back through. So what I'm going to have you do is be thinking, pick a prayer or maybe 2 that you really liked, that you would like to lead for us for the last day or 2 of class. So we'll do Vaihulu next week. And then we'll start working on, and I'll have an answer for the week after that about, well, for next week about what we're going to do for Birkat. But I'm thinking that we'll do it. I'll lead it, or if you say, oh, I know this part, you can lead it and we'll go through it. But I think it's a lot to expect you to lead Birkat. So has anybody ever led it? Yay, look at
I've
you.
let you lead it.
But there's not, hang on.
I don't think I've ever, I know they were doing it at the beginning of the pandemic over Zoom with the Women's League, but I didn't take part in that. So I've never actually even been
So,
at all.
so Leah and Karen, if there's parts that you say, oh, I know that, I want to lead that, well, then you can lead that part.
Well, this was in 2002 at Leadership Institute before I became branch president, and we all had to take turns leading Birkat Hamazon, and I
Ooh.
was a rec, and so that, I don't know if that counts. is what I'm-
It counts. It
Now,
counts.
We've done it before. Like I said, I've never led it. My kids have, because they do it every day at camp, Jewish camp.
Mhm.
So we'll get through it together, and I've been putting the slides together, and then I find out that, oh wait, Women's League has all of it. So I'll get it together by next week, but start thinking about the 1 or 2 prayers that you really want to lead for us.
Okay,
ones
what
that-
page was
the ones that
Vishamru
we-
on? I'm sorry.
This Shamru,
Yeah, which we were going to be doing that. No.
Via Hulu,
Hulu, sorry.
53, did you say, Karen?
53.
Lev
Susan.
Shalem, 53.
Susan did, yeah.
Lev Shalem 53. There it is. Okay. So
But
I
Liz,
will,
When you say decide what prayers we want to lead, of the ones we've studied, like the
Correct.
Hatzi Kaddish or something like that. Okay.
correct, whatever you say, hey, I'm gonna shine. So Elaine, I will send you and I'll send out to everybody the RA address. And as soon as I figure out what we're doing with Birkat, then I will send the Birkat pages. So I will talk,
That's all that's left that we don't have.
right,
Okay.
Debbie,
So-
I have to admit that I'm probably a little older than you are. And I have never led it per se, except that at a camp reunion where the teachers went, I was a teacher, all the teachers were supposed to lead it at one point, and we sort of all stumbled through, having participated in it a lot, but not the others. So I suspect you're right in this, having us really work on the participatory part. At least that works for me.
That's what I'm thinking. Like I said, I've never even led it. But doesn't mean that it shouldn't be a goal for us to lead it, but I feel like before you lead it, you should be able to be the call and response part. So I'll get back to you about that.
Okay, hold on. Page 53 on this download is the repetition of the Amida.
That's exactly what this prayer is, though. According to my book, according to the book, if you look,
Yes,
it's
it
by
says,
Hashemayim, the Haaretz, the whole, right?
Oh, there it is. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
You
thinking
got
of it right before the kid. I'm thinking of the hulu before the Shabbat wine.
No, that's
yeah, but that is where it is.
I'm sorry. Like, okay.
No, that is where I'm thinking of it. When we do it at shul, that's where it is.
Yeah, that's why I was like confused. I
But
couldn't find it in here.
yeah, it's in different places. That's a problem with prayers can be in multiple services in multiple places. And it's the exact same prayer with Magen Avot and everything. Because usually it does lead into Kiddush. You know what? It's
follows.
not the next page, but it's the page after. It's on 55.
Yeah, 55 is the Kiddush prayer.
Right. So it was just a page in between. So,
Mhm.
all right, ladies, I wish,
It's Kaddish Shalem.
yeah.
Mm.
I wish all of you a wonderful Mother's Day. If that is something
too.
Happy
to
Mother's
celebrate.
Day.
You too.
Hmm.
Well, I look forward to seeing all of you in person one day. Have
That
a
would be
wonderful
great.
Shabbat. I have to go cook some dessert.
Oh,
So
Oh.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
shalom,
See you
everybody.
next week.
Shabbat
Be well,
shalom.
be safe.
Bye-bye.